Welcome everybody. Michael Snell, aka the Style Doctor. Hope you enjoy the show today. Stay tuned. A lot more to come. Thank you. Welcome back. This is the Style Doctor, Michael Snell. I know a lot of you wonder, how does he put that together? Or why does he wear that? I want you to understand one thing. Expressing or expressing what you're wearing is not all physical. It's more mental than it is physical. By understanding that when you can visualize what it is that what you're putting together, you can see how it comes together before it's physically put onto something. It makes more sense than you just throwing onto something and then trying to repair it, trying to fix it after that. So there's a very large mental aspect when it comes to putting things together. You're dealing with colors, you're dealing with shapes, you're dealing with sizes, you're dealing with fabric. All those things come into play when you're dealing with putting a outfit together for that special occasion to meet that señorita. If you're going to a big job interview, you have to know how to put it together. So it's a mental part of your mind that we need to understand that's important when it comes to creating that perfect look. And I know that you want to create that perfect look. That's your tip for the day. Your mental capacity will help you establish and help you express your expression of your style, aka the Style Doctor. Bye. Welcome everybody. This is Michael Snell, aka the Style Doctor. And today we have Mr. Delton Myers. This young man is here in Columbia, South Carolina area, and this is what he does at 10 years old. I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself. I want to welcome to the show, Mr. Myers.
My name is Delton Myers. I am 10 years old. I go to Meadowfield Elementary School.
Meadowfield. So what is it from one of your favorite topics in the middle school there? Favorite subject?
My favorite subject is ELA.
ELA? Oh, okay, that's awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to talk about this young man creating this powerful book about depression within his peer group. So I'm going to give you this, and I want you to tell us, how did you come about creating the book, Delton?
The reason I created this book about childhood depression because I feel it's a topic that's often overlooked, and when the suicide rate's going up, I feel that I need to talk about it in my book.
Wow. So if this young man at the age of 10 is able to capture that, adults, what are we doing? We're probably running away from depression like I did, and we're probably not ashamed to talk about depression like I did. But here, this young man that doesn't deal with depression internally, but externally he's dealt with depression, and now he had the intestinal fortitude to come to us and talk about it. So I want to commend you, for speaking up on behalf of those silent voices that may not have been afforded an opportunity to speak. One of the key things, is being a leader, which I think you are becoming a leader. I don't know if you're ready to embrace it yet, but you are becoming a leader, because one of the things a good leader does is takes on a topic that other people are not comfortable taking on. And depression within our community, particularly the Black community, is very often overlooked. So if you think about depression at your age, you can just imagine depression at the adult age is there. So other than ELA as your favorite subject, and you published this book, well, what else would you like to tell the public about what it is that you enjoy doing? You're just a typical 10-year-old kid that likes to play, video games. Well,
Yeah, in my spare time, I like to work out. I like to play my video games. I like to read.
Okay. And what was the name of that school you went to again?
Meadowfield Elementary School.
Okay, Meadowfield Elementary School here in Columbia, South Carolina area. If you don't have a copy of this book right now, shame on you. If the principal of this school doesn't have a copy of this book, shame on you. So I would employ all of you to go out, get a copy of this young man's book. He's already selling, enormous number of books within a short period of time. I think the book's only been published now for maybe a little over a week, and he's doing excellent. So I'm here, Michael Snow, aka the Style Doctor, I was at this young man. He was at another event for young entrepreneurs, right? That's how I met you.
Yes, sir.
So I met him there, and I don't know how we started talking. I don't know how. Maybe his mom or something started talking, and she told me you were working on a book. So for approximately 3 or 4 months now, I've been waiting for you to come on the show, because you have helped me want to do better. Because I'm also an author. So when you're doing something, you're tackling a problem like you're tackling a problem. Why should I get comfortable in not doing the same thing? My problem is much bigger. My problem is dealing with men walking around not dressing them properly. That's my problem I'm dealing with. That's what I'm tackling right now. Even though I deal with depression, things of that nature, my biggest problem right now is trying to combat the disease that I call sagging. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for catching the show. Understand, this young man is 10 years old. If you're in the Columbia area and you want him to come out to your event, speak at your event, show up at your event, you can contact his personal assistant, who's also his mother, and she could schedule for you. We will have the name, the phone number, and the email below, or somewhere within this video, so you can contact Mr. Delton. I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I wish you the best. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. This is Michael Snell, the Style Doctor. Out. Welcome back. This is Michael Snow, aka Style Doctor. Thank you for joining me today. Today, the crawl, walk, run phase is going to be slightly different. And this topic is a very near and dear topic to me, and it should be to others. Whether you're a parent, you're dealing with yourself, or you know somebody that's dealing with depression. It's a very big issue. And the young man that was on the show today also helped me, become more open about, my life and how I deal with depression. So, for the record, my name is Michael Snell, aka the Style Doctor, and I also deal with depression. Depression happens, can happen to anybody. For me, the trigger for me for my depression is the feel of failure. Being a type A personality, I'm very organized, very rigid, as my wife called me. And when I have things planned out and they don't go according to my plan, and then I see things going off into a different area that I planned it to go off on, that triggers my depression. And so a lot of people act different ways with depression. For me personally, I've become more of a hermit. I really dive into myself to try to figure out what did I do wrong. I do all this self-analysis. Did I put enough time into it? Did I put enough effort into it? Did I promote it enough? Did I were the people on my team sincere enough to help me push it? I do all of that stuff, but then I come back. I can end up most of the time blaming myself for whatever didn't happen. And that's step 2 of the depression. So I use, my clothes as a way, or use design to help eliminate some of the depression symptoms that I deal with. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But there's an outlet that I have that's not destructive. It's something that I could use. So I'm not going out binging on, trying to do something like ride my motorcycle 150 miles an hour down the highway. I'm not doing all the crazy stuff that some people do when they deal with depression or anxiety or having panic. But within our community, particularly within the Black community, I encourage us all to get help. That's been a taboo within the community, forever. But mental illness is a problem, whether you want to accept it or not. It's not going anywhere. You can't sweep it under the rug. Eventually it's going to come out. So I just accept what it is that's going on, seek help, and get some type of counseling, in your life to help you deal with the depression that you're dealing with. I don't want to be inundated with a lot of phone calls and questions about this particular topic. I'm just opening up my life to let you guys know that depression is real. And just because you see the guy walking around with I did have a smooth face, but I'm promoting the Movember, which is Men Health. Movember, Men Health Month, which is Movember. This is why I'm growing the beard. I'm growing the beard to help encourage us men to take better care of ourselves and to also focus on our mental health. If I can do it, why can't you? If that young man can write a book about childhood depression and put it out there on the forefront, why can't we grasp it and take hold of it and do something about it? So I know you were probably expecting the crawl, walk, run phase on this show, and I'm glad that I was able to bring Mr. Delton Myers on the show to help trigger me to come to the forefront about this particular topic, because it's real. And I know there's somebody out there that's dealing with depression right now that probably needs help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Whether it be depression, PTSD, anger issue, panic attacks, anxiety, whatever it is, you got to deal with it. You can't suppress it and think it's going to go away. It's only going to get worse. I'm not a doctor. I am a style doctor, but I'm not a doctor in that capacity, so I would employ us all to go out and get help. And today, while I'm wearing pink, I'm also supporting cancer awareness. So, as you can see, I'm constantly involved in a lot of different things, promoting a lot of things. So, if I can promote and I can help, and I can encourage one person to go out and seek help, please do so. This is Michael Snell, the Style Doctor.